Alright, so let's talk grindhouse movies. They're a part of a genre whose sole purpose is to go way over the top in exploiting its titled subject matter in order to ensure one thing: good gate. Movies like Blood Feast, 2000 Maniacs, and I Drink Your Blood were all popular exploitation movies from the 60s and 70s that all gained cult status. The genre waned in the 1980s, but remained popular with diehards whenever they were released, assuming of course you could access them, as half the time they were banned in most countries around the world. I'd watch them from time to time with mixed reactions. There was one that I saw recently and had to go the underground route just to obtain it because it was banned literally everywhere except for possibly a few porn theaters in Bangkok's red light district. I'm talking about Grotesque from 2009, Japanese import torture porn flick. The only Oscars this movie will ever attract will be the dudes of that name who downloaded it illegally to watch, such as I did. The movie has only one thing to live up to: its title, and it accomplishes that in stunning fashion. It's grotesque. Does the movie satisfy its viewers? I'd have to say yes, if the viewer was specifically looking for nothing more than about 70 minutes of the most vile display of human torture ever created. This movie is exploitation to the extreme. There's very little dialogue throughout the movie, and it would be a moot point anyways, as this is more of an optical experience. Could have been a silent film and it still wouldn't have mattered much. The plot, inconsequential as it seems, revolves around a very sick doctor who abducts a couple who seem to be on their very first date. He has them tied upright to a couple of slabs facing each other, and you know things are not going to go in their favor when he kicks things off by saying to the guy, "First, I will hammer some nails into your nuts." Yeah, he actually says that. And you can trust me when I tell you that getting nails hammered into his nuts was about as good as it was going to get for this guy. In movies like this, you're always expecting the cliche ending where the victims manage to free themselves and kill their tormentor, but it just wasn't meant to be. Act 3 in the movie shows the doctor showing compassion by placing them in a hospital-like room in his house, tending to their wounds he inflicted, and nursing them back to health, and even telling them he's going to set them free. Nobody was fooled by it, and quite honestly, I would have felt duped out of the 19 minutes of torrent download time it took that I invested in getting this movie. But no sooner has he gaslighted them into thinking that they were going to walk out the front door, alive and kicking, than he has them slabbed once again for the final act, one that neither of them are going to walk away from. Import torture flicks are not going to be everyone's taste in horror. Some would judge that you'd have to be some kind of sick asshole for actually watching the entire movie. I've been called worse. But I'm going to give this movie high marks in the sense that it makes no secret of what you're going to be watching, and it delivers on that with poise and ease. No Oscars, no Golden Globes, and no front page endorsements from the New York Times. But it wins the Horror Cycle Award for being the movie most likely to make you feel uncleansed and in need of a complete body flossing. But I also give it low marks for being a depraved piece of shit that makes I Spit on Your Grave look like The Sound of Music. But give it a watch if you dare.